All right, how's everybody doing? Questions and answers tonight. Before I begin, let me mention our sponsor, Ratchet Clothing. By now, everybody knows Ratchet is a clothing company out of the UK. Ratchet has clothing for men, women, and children, various prints and different styles. I'll put a link down below. Go check them out. I appreciate everyone who sends in their questions. There was a lot of good ones this week. Let's get started. Why do you think Big John didn't confront Anthony about this matter? This obviously is in reference to the story about the $1,500. What I didn't say during the video was that Anthony and his wife were getting ready to build a new restaurant. Big John had something to do with a construction company. He wanted to get the build-out work for that restaurant, and that's basically why I believe he didn't say anything. Okay, so a lot of people have been asking if Joey Cupcakes was made. He was not made, although he was close to Matty Madonna. He called Matty his uncle, but they weren't related. A lot of people mistakenly think that Joey was an associate to the Colombo family. That's not true. He was just close to Teddy Persico from prison. Where is Joey Cupcakes now? Unfortunately, Joey Cupcakes is in state prison doing 18 years. He got into an altercation over a woman and he wound up stabbing the other guy. He went to trial, blue trial, and the judge gave him 18 years. Did Joe Cafe have a game plan when he said he was going to get you transferred? According to Joe Cafe, he told me at the time the excuse that he was going to use for Big John was that he needed me to help with his nephew, which was Peter Pan. Let's not forget, all this took place after Big John told me not to help Joe Cafe with his nephew anymore. Do you know if Big John retained his rank when he got out of prison? Obviously, at this time, I wouldn't know the answer to that, but I highly doubt that Big John will ever have the word captain associated to his name unless he buys a boat. A few people now have asked the same question: why does Big John and his brother have different names? So Big John goes by the last name Castellucci. Both his brothers use Castelli. I have to say that Castelli is probably a shortened version of Castellucci. A lot of Italians, when they came to this country, shortened their names. A lot of people Americanized their names. Specifically, movie stars did that, and I looked up a few for everybody. For those of you who remember the radio host Bob Grant, his last name used to be Giganti. Rudolph Valentino's last name was Di Valentina. Charles Atlas' last name was Siciliano. Danny DeVito's last name was Micheli. Nicolas Cage's last name is Coppola. And Rita Hayworth's last name was Cancino. Interesting. If you get an order to do something from a different captain, do you have to listen without question, or do you run it by your guy first? Technically, you should run it by your captain because that covers you. That's number one. But if you decide not to do that, you better make sure that you're not purposely being put in the mix. Unfortunately, that happens sometimes. You have certain guys that'll put you in the mix for no reason. Basically, in that life, you need to stay on your toes at all times. So that wraps up the questions and answers. I hope my answers gave some clarity to the questions that you asked. Continue to ask them in the comment section. I'll do my best to answer all of them. There's been a lot of new subscribers to the channel. I thank you and I welcome all of you. For those of you who have not subscribed, you could do so down below. If you would like to subscribe to my other channel, Unlimited Substance Podcast, I'll put a link for that down below as well. Today I posted the new blog. It's about two clans from the 'Ndrangheta. It's an interesting story about a feud that went on for many, many years. I'll put a link for that down below if you want to check it out. Well, that's it for now. I hope everyone has a good night. Drink your water, take your vitamins, and until the next time, ciao for now.